Shalom, shalom. Call halal YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAKODASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone to teach me well. Peace and salutations be to the elect. Brother tells you I'm coming to truth from the prophets in Babylon camp here in Tampa, Florida. This is going to be getting into a Trump tweet. Okay. Basically threatening Walmart, you know. And if you can see the threat within this message, then you can see. Okay. But I'm gonna read it. We're gonna open up with this. With this tweet we posted about Walmart complaining about, basically Walmart was complaining about the tariffs, saying that the price is gonna have to rise because of the tariffs, because they were affected by the tariffs. And Trump basically retaliated with this tweet, and this is what it says. Donald J. Trump, right? It says on this was on his Truth Social page, on his social media app. It says Walmart should stop trying to blame tariffs as the reason for raising prices throughout the chain. Walmart made billions of dollars last year, which that's his favorite term, billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. It says Walmart made billions of dollars last year, far more than expected. Between Walmart and China, they should, as is said, eat the quote unquote eat the tariffs, and not charge valued customers anything. I'll be watching, and so will your customers. Okay. So Trump just told Walmart he gonna be watching to see if they do this price hike, this price raise, and so will their customers. Okay. Which is just blatantly, which is a blatant threat to their face. Like, I'm watching to see if you can raise these prices. After how much you made last year, I don't think you should be. I think you should eat the tariffs, you know. But there was another post that came out, another video that came out. I was watching, I believe it was yesterday, or maybe the day before, where this lady was in a Walmart live recording or whatever, and she was talking about how the Walmart where she lives had changed the self-checkout. Like, now you have to be a Plus member, a Walmart Plus member or something of that nature, basically paying an extra a month just to use self-checkout. Okay, otherwise you can't use self-checkout. You got to go through the normal checkout process, which is with people, of course. But she was just making a big scene about how they differentiated now the self-checkout, which was not normally free for everybody to use, but now up there they got to pay to use self-checkout or become a member and pay a monthly subscription to use self-checkout. And this could be possibly an attempt to bounce back from the tariffs, or Salakia. This could maybe be their attempt to gain some money from the tariffs, or attempt to eat the tariffs, supposedly. But they're trying to compensate basically for the money that they've lost in these tariffs, and that could be the reason. Or maybe it's, they're taking a different approach and tying this new membership thing in with all Walmarts, because from what I know, my Walmart doesn't do that. The Walmart down the street from my house didn't do that. Okay, so she was complaining because it was her Walmart and not everybody else's. So that goes to show you that that everybody's feeling these tariffs. All right, not just China, but over here in America as well. There are some businesses that are suffering price hikes because of the tariffs. All right. Now, those tariffs put a lot of businesses in China in the mud. Buried a lot of businesses in China in the mud, man. And they took a blow to their economy. America took a blow as well, but not so much as hard as the blow was in China. Right. But here it is. Trump is telling them, oh yeah, well basically, yeah, I'm making the prices hike. Now deal with it. I'm watching you and your customers watching you. You make a lot of money. Deal with the price hikes. Okay, which Walmart does make a lot of money, which the lady also in the video was exclaiming that. She said, Walmart, this multi-billion-dollar company, they make all this money, this billions and billions of dollars, but yet they got to charge us to use self-checkout. That's just, which I believe is just Walmart being greedy. They've seen it as another opportunity to make even more money, which they're not even suffering. They aren't really if anybody's suffering from the tariffs, it's not Walmart. So Trump's pretty much correct. Like, Walmart's definitely not suffering from tariff hikes, price hikes from tariffs, because they make so much money year round. They got so much leeway and leisure, okay, with their money. It's not even funny. But for them to talk about increasing the prices, all right, because they don't want to lose a single penny, that's just overdoing it. Okay, so Trump said you should eat the tariffs. There is that Nero in them. Okay, there is that dictator in them. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19. We'll start at verse 3. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. Right now, the spirit of Egypt, the spirit of bondage that we in, which the scriptures say this is spiritual Sodom and Egypt, right? That Greek city, okay, which is spiritually Sodom and Egypt, which is America, right? It says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. So America's spirit is failing right here in the midst, okay? Within his own country, within the ranks, it's failing, okay? The people, they're failing. Their hopes and dreams are failing. There's no more a such thing as the American dream. These things are failing because America's failing, all right? And America is divided, okay? Which is another reason that this country is failing, because scriptures say a house divided against itself shall not stand, okay? It says, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. So look at that. Look at the counsel that America once had. They were talking about all these hopes and vain aspirations they want to do for diversity and equal rights and things of that nature. Trump just came and shitted on all of it. All these peace talks with all these other countries, and Trump just came and shitted on all of it, right? It says, I will destroy the counsel thereof. All right, so even now, is their council still being destroyed? Okay, because Trump tried to establish a new council, okay, called the Trump administration, but you had the Biden administration, but now you got the Trump administration, which is establishing a new council in America. Slovakia, which is very different from the old, or from any council that there's ever been in America. Okay, the America has always been on this increasing slope of wickedness and forwardness. But now Trump said he wants to make America great again. He's trying to make America to an actual country rather than a place of interest or a tourist spot or whatever, man. He's actually considering putting real laws in place for this country. All right, like capital punishment. Okay, he took away all those multiple genders that they had and said and designated them there to be only two genders, which is just natural. Okay, but that just goes to show you that the Lord put this man in the seat to do something. Okay, to do something with America. Okay, this isn't just a random president. Okay, this guy has been designated and consecrated to do something with America. Okay, we believe he gonna bring in that MOTB and Jacob's trouble and all the many disasters to come for this country and this world. It's like I got a mosquito in here, man. I don't know how they keep getting in my car. And I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers. Okay, they're gonna seek to the idols and to the charmers, right? And to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. So now they doing witchcraft double time. They're doing sorceries and communing with demons and devils double time. All right, because their country is failing and they're now in a state of panic. All right, well, they're about to make haste. Scripture say, never make haste in the time of trouble. But these devils are about to make haste because they know that they're in trouble. Their time is short, like Revelations 12:12. They're about to come down having great wrath because they know that their time is short. So they know that they're running out of time. They know the Lord's going to appear here in any minute now and shake this place up. All right? They know it. So what does that mean for them? That means they got to try to find a way to prevent that from happening and fast. So they're going to be scrambling like scrambled eggs, trying to hold their kingdom together. There's nothing they can really do about it. The average lifespan of a rulership is 250 years, which they will be hitting 250 years, I believe, next year, the beginning of next year, America. Okay, so that just goes to show you the signs that are around this place, that are centered around this place right now, is evident. Okay, because they are this country is collapsing based upon its lifespan, but not only that, based upon prophecy. So you see in the prophecies unfold, and you find out that the average lifespan of a kingdom is 250 years, and you look at America approaching that 250th year. All right. Things are starting to make sense and line up a lot more for this place. It says, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord. So the Lord gave them over to the hand of a cruel lord. These Egyptians, which are our captors, okay, are our slave masters, and their minions, they were given over into the hand of a cruel lord. Who? Donald J. Trump. All right, this guy is cruel. You see him, he accepting the immigrants from South America or South Africa, all the way over across the world because they're Edomites. He accepting them back over here in America, but the very own citizens here that were born here in America are getting kicked out. Okay, and sent to different countries or whatever. It says, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts, YAHAWASHI. So he said a fierce king gonna rule over them. So Trump isn't coming in the order or in the spirit of a president or a democracy. He's coming in the spirit of a dictator and a dictatorship. All right, as a leader of the country, and there's no as if there's no higher order than him. Okay, so he's coming in that spirit of, yeah, we're gonna shut this shit down. You know, yeah, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Gonna make America great again. Okay, and how do you think he's gonna make America great again? He's going to bring about great change in this country. That's going to shift the whole balance and wave of the energy of this country. Okay, these people are going to start flipping out because they can't keep up with that great change, with that great shift in energy. All right, what was once glorified is now being looked down upon. For a man to be calling himself a woman, or someone to be calling themselves a dog, or identifying as a tree, or identifying as a bike, whatever. These things have been done away with in an instant, and now those people that have got their birth certificates changed and their gender changed on their license or whatever, sex changes and name changes, all these things that these people have done is now being looked down upon by the majority, which was once glorified and is now and was taken pride, and it was a prideful thing to do. But now that pride is withered away, and people are shaming you once again for it, because that's the way it was in the old way. These things that were shameful to do are becoming shameful again. All right, so now you don't see as many as hot flamio flamed on flamio Cheetos walking around anymore, man. Okay, you don't see any of these guys, these flamboyant guys walking around with their nails all fucking extravagantly long. Okay, they got these different colors in their head. They got all boob jobs. I remember seeing a man. I was working last year before Trump got in office. I remember seeing a fucking. This was during the election, when the election was running. I remember seeing a fucking 6'4" Edomite, look like a big ass football player with a boob job, man. Okay, with a wig on, with makeup and high heels on, man. And I was just, man, I had it. I was sick to my stomach, you know, because I had to deliver it to a place inside of a store, and just going in there and doing the paperwork with the store guys, the store clerks, and he was at the front desk, and I had to literally suffer being next to this fucking abomination, man. Okay, I had to suffer next to this abomination. All right. And I just said, man, I can't wait till this place gets fucking rooted up. Right? But then here comes Trump saying that it's not okay to do these things. You will be persecuted if you do. And now all of a sudden the boogers are hiding again. Everybody hiding, starting to slowly creep back into their closets. You still got some that are out there like nothing like nothing happened, but slowly but surely these motherfuckers are gonna be, man, this is the true illness of the earth. This is the book of Mark, chapter 3 and verse. We'll start at verse 23. Mark chapter 3 and verse 23. And he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. So here it is. You got these big time companies like Walmart, going against the ideals of the president, the leader of the country, Trump, okay? Saying, hey, man, these tariffs, because of these tariffs, this and that, we're going to have to raise prices. And Trump basically saying, hey, you made hella money. You made hella bread last year. You exposed them for making hella bread, and basically saying that these tariffs shouldn't really affect them, that they should eat the tariffs just as China should, basically. And that's a sign of division in a country. This is a very big company, which a lot of people, millions and millions of people shop at Walmart. All right. So they're looking like, oh shit, price hike in Walmart, price hike. And then Trump's looking like trying to become the hero, trying to look like the hero. Well, you made billions of dollars last year. You shouldn't see any price hikes in your products. And neither should your customers. I will be watching you, and so will your customers. Okay. So Trump has been basically criticizing all of these big companies, major companies in America, trying to fix the tides of the waves of the ocean, man. Okay, in this country, basically the way things are already set up, he's trying to change those things. Okay, Walmart used to doing shit like this with the Biden administration and the administrations before that. They let shit like that slide, but Trump said, no, that's not slide, man. I'm watching you, and your customers are watching you. So what do you think Trump gonna do, you know, in case something like that were to happen? All right. Now you've seen what happened to these other countries that didn't want to get with Trump's plans, get down with Trump's goals and his ideals. Okay, they had to suffer for it. He made sure they suffered for it. All right. That means people are going without eating. People are going without food. People are losing their businesses, not able to take care of their family anymore. Okay. People's businesses and their life savings are being ran into the ground because of the actions that Trump took against them. So what more for Walmart? Okay, you're not going against the president. You're going against a dictator. You're going against a cruel lord. Okay, a fierce king. All right, he didn't come to get in that seat to continue doing the same shit this country's already been doing. He said he's gonna make America great again, right? That means he's gonna bring about a great change. And that change, which it's not gonna be much, but that's going to cause a division in this country, which is going to turn friend against friend, brother against brother, parents against children. Okay. It says, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. So if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom ain't gonna be able to stand, man. It's gonna fall. All right. Short and simple. It's gonna be it's gonna fall apart. Okay. It's not gonna be able to hold itself up. And that's America today. You got these big food chain stores, or these big producer stores, big producer chain stores like Walmart, going toe to toe with the president, which Walmart hasn't replied to that, comment since, not that I know of. But keeping up with it, that there's gonna be some turmoil in the midst, man. Because if Walmart were to raise prices, that would bring trouble to the many of the American customers, which is going to make Trump look like he made a bad decision with these tariffs against China and against Mexico and against Canada. Okay, and Trump can't have that. Trump can't have his country looking at him like, oh man, that was a bad decision. Now we're all suffering for it. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, which both of these Walmart, what's that nigga name? Sam? I think his name was Sam that founded Walmart, whatever. But you get the picture, man. The founder of Walmart and Trump, they're both devils. They're both Satan. They're both the adversary, because you go and look at all the ingredients in Walmart, the Walmart products, okay, and you look at the prices and you see why they're those prices, because it's fucking fake food. Okay? Nothing real about the food in Walmart. All right? The best thing you can do for yourself is buying and the best thing you can buy for yourself in Walmart is things that are not food. All right, and even be cautious of that, because even the tissue got chemicals in it, lined up and traced up with chemicals that cause prostate cancer. Okay. Salakia. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Colon cancer. Okay. It's similar. It says, and if Satan rise up against Satan and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end. So that whole tweet itself just signified that America has an end, because that showed division in America. Trump saying that, Trump arguing with Walmart, like Trump in disagreement with Walmart. All right, Walmart trying to make their money and Trump in disagreement with it, and Walmart in disagreement with the tariffs, basically. And maybe they are in agreement only if Trump let them raise a price hike, or bring in that price hike with those products. But since Trump is not with that price hike, because it's gonna make him look like he made the bad decision, bringing in tariffs and causing his country to suffer more higher prices out of their pocket, which he pledged to bring down the prices, right, in his inauguration. That just goes to show you that there's that division, and that this country does have an end. Okay. It's going to end in war. It's going to end in war. Okay, there's going to be a war within and a war without. All right. Ezekiel 7:6 says, an end is come, the end is come, it watcheth for thee, behold, it is come. The morning is coming to thee, O thou that dwellest in the land. The time is come. The day of trouble is near, and not the sounding again of the mountain. So the day of trouble is near. That time has come. All right, and you've seen the signs jump off the book. Okay, this ain't just any ordinary signs that's being revealed to us. These are signs of the end. These are prophecies. This is all prophecy. Okay. in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7, and verse 15, it says, the sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. So while this country going to be at war on the outside with these other countries, there's going to be pestilence and famine within the country. Okay? You ain't going to be able to go in Walmart anymore and buy a $5 pack of fucking turkey meat. $4 loaf of bread. Those things are going to be things of the past, man. All right? That's going to be a thing of the past. All these countries are going to be in trouble with the famine and the pestilence, but America on a higher level, right? Because the Lord has it out for this place. Now, the Lord has it out for all the heathen, but America is primarily on this list. And this is why America is going to begin suffering very soon, which they're already suffering, right? But now they're still in the process of trying to cover up their suffering, trying to hide it with makeup. But it's there. And the prophets see it, and we're exposing it. And we're only going to keep exposing it until you see it at your front door. I truly hope this in transit lesson was edifying to you. I give not worth listening to the sincerity. To next year, I give all glory, honor, praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, KAKWADASH, Salakia. Let me finish this scripture and close out. The sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. Shalom.